Good morning and welcome back to Russell Does Stuff. This is my YouTube channel. I work 6 hours on Monday, 6 hours on Tuesday, and when I don't get finished up, I'll take care of sometime during the upcoming 2 weeks because it is the off season for mowing. So I have all that time off, and in that time I can do side work. One of the side work projects that I've got this morning is going to probably take 3 days. I have to put down all this mulch here. I think there's 70 bags, 75 bags. Each row is 5, so um, 70, 75, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't keep track. I was supposed to get a big truck that was supposed to deliver those 6 pallets for me, and they're too busy. And they couldn't work anything out for me, and the landscape supply place is a long ways away from here. So I'm having to run the mulch back and forth. So the other day I ran and picked up this load, and I'm going to spread it as quickly as I can to share my experiences with everybody. Normally I get out of the truck and I get right to work, so it's a different feeling getting out of the truck and then trying to film and explain and show some of the things that I do for money. So it'll probably take an hour, maybe an hour and a half to spread all that. This is a big complex. There's massive, massive areas for mulch. And last year I didn't get the mulch job. The new administrator hired some guys to come in and do it. I'm not going to critique their work too much. You know, they threw it down and skedaddled. So you guys get where I'm going with that. So money, each pallet probably the more you buy, the bigger discount you get, but it's still relatively cheap per bag, and the pallet probably cost with tax and everything, maybe $180. So the price for spread mulch, you want to get over $465 a pallet. Okay, don't do the per bag stuff. When I first started this business, I was selling and spread mulch per bag. Customers have gotten away from asking those questions, thank goodness, because they don't realize that there's no money in mulch. It's a pain in the butt. You have to transport it. It's heavy. A lot of these bags are soaking wet and they're heavy. You're exhausted by the end of the day from shaking all these bags. You know, so I try to get $465 a pallet. I'll probably charge a little bit more on this project because I have to go back and forth to the landscape supply shop to get this, since I couldn't get it delivered. So I'm still going over in my mind how much I want to charge. That's honest, fair, and ethical. This big account I've had for about 8 years, and you can keep accounts like this if you're responsible. If people can count on you, because they have problems. They have people that they answer to. So if you're solving their problems, they're solving someone else's problems, vice versa. So I've said in other videos that the guy at this big account, he likes the fact that he can count on me. He's not my best friend. He's not my friend. He's a guy I get along with. It's a business relationship. Okay, he's not coming over for Thanksgiving in a few weeks. He's not giving me Christmas presents and stuff, which I wish he would, but he's not. So this is just strictly business. And if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, he's not going to call me up and say, hey, you know, what's going on? He's going to go find someone else. I was told by somebody once that as fast as you can pull your hand out of a bucket of water, a man can be replaced. And I don't know if that's so much so true in the times we're living in now, because a lot of companies are struggling because of employment problems. if you own a small business or you're in business, you know what I'm talking about. It's hard to keep help. Um, Somebody that I knew who's passed away told me, if you have 3 employees, always hire a 4th. And he was right, because something always happens with that one employee, and then you've got that 4th guy to step in, and then you're hiring somebody else. I think big corporations with a lot of employees do that. They're always hiring because somebody's dropping out. So, well, I'm going to get to this mulch. You can see I've got to just run it along the sides of all the bushes and stuff. And then on the other side of the building, there's these huge areas, which I'm not going to walk over there and film it. But this is not an exciting video, but this is, I'm a businessman. I'm running a business, and this is how I make money in the lawn care and landscaping business. This money that I make off of this job is going to get stuck into a transmission repair on my other work truck. The torque converter on that truck and some other parts inside the transmission aren't heavy duty enough to handle that truck. It's got a 4.3 liter V6 and a 6-speed transmission, and I found out that it's a common problem in that Chevy truck. It's a Silverado 1500 2020. I went to my mechanic yesterday, and he said, "Let me drive it, Russell." And within 2 seconds, he said torque converter. So we went back to his shop. He had an old part and a new part that he showed me. The torque converters in my truck aren't as beefy as they should be, and shame on GM for doing that to people like me. So all this profit that I'm going to make on this job, I'm dumping it right back into a broken truck with 70,000 miles on it, and all of those are highway etc miles. The truck's in super duper condition. So shame on those guys for not making the heartbeat of America trucks better than they could be. So, well, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. I have a video that's gone viral. I guess 1 million views is viral, 2 million views is viral. I was on vacation last week, and I was up at a meat market, and I seen a big black snake sitting in the middle of the road sunning because it was so cold outside. And I got him off the road, and then he was headed into the parking lot, and I mentioned something about it inside the butcher shop, and she called one of the ranch hands out to relocate the snake so that it didn't get ran over and stuff. And I videoed it. Guy I hired to do some editing said keep filming, and I thought it was an interesting snake. Couldn't figure out what kind it was. So I videoed the whole thing and put it in a short, and it went viral twice, and I think it's on its way to 3 million. So if you guys want to check that out, cool. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.